Hi, welcome to the Art of Yoga with Cat Justice, and this is another video in my prenatal series, obviously, but this one's a little special because it's no longer a month-to-month video, but this one is an advanced practice third trimester yoga video. So what this means by advanced practice, it's a really charged term in the yoga community because the minute you say advanced, usually is the minute that everyone wants to do it. So this is my disclaimer. I think this video is only appropriate if you have been practicing yoga for more than 5 years before you got pregnant, and I mean practicing it regularly. And it's only appropriate if you know your limitations and if you're willing to say no to some of the poses. If you're willing to really tune in and listen to your body and maybe say, hey, this pose might not be right for me. Headstand is a great example. We're going to do headstand in the video. We're going to do a sirasana. I'm going to offer up alternatives like dolphin or using the wall for more support. And if you've never done a headstand before, now's not the time to start. You know, when you've got a little being growing inside of you and your balance is off and things like that. So only do poses that you've done regularly for those 5 or more years of yoga practice. Really listen to your body. Prenatal yoga is very personal, and some poses are right for some women and they're not right for other women. So just really being intentional about being good to yourself, enjoying the practice, enjoying being able to still practice some of the more challenging yoga poses, but do it in a way that honors your body, that honors the growing baby, and that honors just your own practice and where you are. So let's get started then. If you can make that promise with me to keep yourself safe, then let's go together. So we're going to start out standing, so you can come to Tadasana, or mountain pose. Go ahead and bring the feet slightly apart. So rather than feet together, we're going to have them lining up with those pokey bones at the front of your hips. You want to come to stand at the top of your mat because we're going to do some variations on sun salutations. So as you bring your hands to your heart and close your eyes, just notice first where the weight is on your feet. Feel how that weight starts shifting around, left to right, front to back. Trying to find that equilibrium. If you imagine that each foot were a car where you'd have tires, find the 4 tires and ground evenly on all 4 points. Might help to lift the toes for a moment to feel your arches engaged, and then spread and soften the toes back down. As you ground through the feet, feel that little puppeteer string lengthening through the crown of the head, growing taller. And at the same time, connecting with your breath. Hands at the heart is a great time to check in. Is your breath lifting into your chest? If so, let it drop a little lower into the lower rib cage. Hard to get the breath really deep in the belly right now. But think lower rib cage and lower back. Knees are active, but they're not locked back. And as you breathe here, starting to engage that Mula Bandha, lifting through the pelvic floor. This is going to be really, really important for a lot of these postures, is that engagement through the pelvic floor. Also feeling some of those lower abdominal muscles lift up without scooping the tailbone under or tucking the tailbone too much, but just feel that sense of lift from your lower belly. And then from here, go ahead, open your eyes, and let's inhale, circle the arms up. And on an exhale, bend your knees as you fold forward. Keep the knees bent, inhale for a little half lift. And then exhale, hands and knees. Inhale for cow pose, spread the fingers, gently arch the back. Exhale for cat pose, rounding through the back. Inhale for cow. And exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes and lift up and back. From here in down dog, let your head go. Maybe march the feet in place. Do any little movements that help to just kind of make down dog more comfortable for you.
Again, if you've been practicing yoga for more than 5 years, you probably know what helps down dog for you. And then on an exhale, go ahead, bend the knees, looking forward. Inhale, step the feet back up. You might want to take them a little wider than the hips now. And then exhale, gently fold. Inhale, unlock the knees with a flat back, rise it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll take it through again. Inhale, circle. And exhale, folding forward again with the legs a little wider than the hips. Maybe there's a little more room for the belly. Inhale, little half lift, unlock the knees. Exhale, hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. You might have to step the feet back just like an inch or two to get that nice angle. You might want to keep your knees bent. Breathing in down dog, feel the whole palm of each hand grounding into the earth. So not just the wrists, use the whole hand. Feel the lower belly just gently draw in, but without rounding through the back to do it. So it's just that little lift. Again, engaging the Mula Bandha is always going to help. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Inhale, wide stance, feet step up, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lead with the heart, rising back up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And again, inhale, circle. And exhale, forward fold. Feel that lift from the belly, control it as you lower down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands and knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. This time, inhale back to neutral. From here, we're going to slide the right leg back. You might want to stay right here or keep the hips steady and float the leg. You can stay right there or you can reach through the opposite arm. From here again, draw the lower belly in. Like your belly button is going to lift towards your spine. Stay connected to the breath. And exhale back down. We'll take the other side. Left leg slides back. It can stay there. Or keep the hips steady. Lift the leg. Optional to reach through opposite arm. Breathing here. Feel the length through the body. And exhale back down. Tuck the toes. And let the hips lift you up and back into downward facing dog. Breathing here, relax the head. Exhale, bend through the knees, gazing forward. Inhale, feet step up, wide stance. Exhale, fold. Inhale, engage the pelvic floor, rising up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Once more, inhale, circle. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it back, this time into plank. From plank, we've got lots of options. One option is to just do a cat and cow. Take the knees down. Another option is exhale, knees, chest, and chin. And then inhale, push right back up into a cow. Another option, if chaturanga and up dog are still feeling okay, sometimes you can practice them throughout the whole pregnancy. So if you're comfortable with them, from plank you can exhale chaturanga and inhale up dog. For some people that's too much belly stretch or too much lower back extension. And exhale, down dog. So again, with that up dog, just pay attention to, is it overstretching your belly? Is it straining at your lower back? If that's true, pick one of the other options. exhale, bend the knees and step it forward. Wide stance, inhale, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lead with the heart, rise it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then from here, let's try some sun salutation bees. So now you're going to bring your feet again back to that more narrow stance, about the pokey bone of your hips, hip distance apart. From here, let's inhale Utkatasana, sitting back through the hips. Make sure your knees don't bow inward. And then exhale, gentle forward fold. Again, you won't be able to go all the way. Inhale, little half lift. And then exhale, step it back, either to plank or hands and knees. And then you're going to move through, again, knees, chest and chin, cat and cow, or exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel lifts to the sky. Exhale, step it forward for warrior one. Inhale, rising up. You're going to bend the front knee until you can just see the big toe. Ground through the four corners of your feet. And exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Soften through the throat, feel the heart open. You can stay here or move for humble warrior. Step the right foot out about a footprint. And exhale as you look down. Let the head go. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Hands can stay against the back or they can come up and over. Exhale, hands to the earth, and step it back to down dog. Inhale, left heel lifts to the sky. Exhale to step, and we'll rise up for warrior one, other side. Bending through the front knee, make sure you can see your big toe, and exhale, interlace. Soften the jaw, the face. Feel free to stay here or step that left foot out a footprint or so as you exhale for humble warrior. Hands against the back or up and over. Exhale, hands to the earth, and step it back to down dog. Taking breaks when you need to. Feel free to take a child's pose at any point. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step it up, feet hip distance apart. And then exhale, just breathe here, find length. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit back through the hips. And then exhale, back to Tadasana. Soften through the shoulders. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold as best you can. Keep the back long. Inhale, little half lift. And exhale, plank. Breathing here. When you're ready, move through whatever vinyasa, whatever little mindful movement break works for you. Once you come to downward facing dog, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg to the sky for down dog splits. Now you might not want to go into your deepest, most open hip position. You might want to just close it off a little, just to feel a little more stability. And then exhale, step forward, and we'll come into warrior two. Feet line up, heel to arch, bending through the front knee, soften the shoulders. Breathing here, inhale, reverse warrior. Open through the side body. Straighten through the front leg. Feel that deeper opening through the waist. And exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Taking the right hand to the leg, left hand can be on the hip or to the sky. But what you're going to feel is those lower abdominals drawing your belly in. Engage through the pelvic floor. Stay connected to your breath. Inhale, bend the front knee back to warrior two. And exhale, down dog. Other side, inhale, left leg lifts. And exhale, step forward. Warrior two, inhale, rise it up. Soften the shoulders. Ground the feet. Lift the pelvic floor. Inhale, reverse warrior. Straighten through the front leg. Exhale, Trikonasana. Left hand to the leg, right hand to the hip or the sky. Make sure that front knee isn't locked. Unlock the knee. Feel the belly draw in, feel the waist lengthen. Inhale, rise it back up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Or child's pose if you need a break. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step them up. Exhale, fold hip distance apart. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale, Tadasana. One more. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank. Breathing here. Exhale, move through. Find your way to down dog. Use the breath. From here, inhale, right heel lifts, half down dog, toes point down. Exhale, step it forward, coming back to warrior one, hips face forward. From here, exhale, hands to the hips. On an inhale, shift the weight forward. If you've got a wall near you, you might have to scoot back and come into a warrior three. For warrior three, line up through the hips. Right hip lifts, left hip lowers, engage the belly. Feel free to stay here, or you can move it in to an Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Taking the fingertips to the ground or to a block, lifting and stacking the hips. You can gaze down, forward, or up. Balance is different when you're pregnant. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly land it down and step it back. Inhale, left heel. Exhale, step. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, hands to the hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. Shift the weight and inhale into a warrior three. Left hip raises, right hip lowers. Spine is long, belly draws in. You can stay here or you can move into Ardha Chandrasana. Left fingertips to the earth, right to the sky. Stack the hips. Stay connected to the breath. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, take a little child's pose break. Feel your breath in your back. Let everything settle and calm. Inhale, gently rise up to hands and knees, and we're going to move into pigeon pose. For pigeon, when you're pregnant, I highly recommend using a prop, using a blanket, a bolster, even a block, although sometimes blocks are a little pokey. But you're going to take that prop up to the top of the mat on the right side. From here, let's take it back to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest as best it can. There's something in the way there. And you're going to slide the shin forward of the prop. You can slide that blanket or bolster under the hip. The right toes are gently going to draw back. And then from here, reach the right hip back, left hip forward, trying to square off the hips. And then coming down any amount that your belly will allow. Mine starts to run into my leg at about here. One option, if you have the flexibility, you can scoot that leg forward a little more and scoot the prop so it's more just under your thigh. And that'll make a little more room for the belly. Always with pigeon, just be mindful if there's pain at the knee or at the sacrum, at the lower back. Those are the two most vulnerable areas in this pose. So you always want to back off. To back off, you would just bring this foot, that front foot, further back towards your back hip. You can always fold the hands, rest the head down, or bring the hands up to the head and rest there. And then inhale, walk the hands back up, tuck the back toes, and step it back to down dog. From here, just slide your prop to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, slide it forward, shin comes in front of the prop, and the prop tucks underneath that left thigh. Again, you can fine tune how far forward you want your left foot to come. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Notice the asymmetry of the body. This is a very asymmetrical pose for most of us. So just honoring where your body's at, not forcing it for one side to feel like the other. They might feel very different. See what it feels like to engage your Mula Bandha here. It's very challenging. But see if you can feel, even for just a breath or two, that lift through the pelvic floor. And then walking up through the hands. And then exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. From there, you can clear the prop aside and take it back to Balasana, back to a wide leg child's pose. From here, we're going to practice some variations on sirasana, on headstand. First variation, which is where probably most people want to stay, is with a dolphin pose, which is a great pose to practice when you're pregnant. You're going to bring your hands so that they wrap around your elbows. So your elbows are actually to start a little more narrow than your shoulders. From here, release the hands and then interlace. And then feel your forearms kind of roll out on your yoga mat. Find that skin lock, that nice contact. And now your elbows will be about shoulder distance apart. From here, gently draw the shoulders away from the ears just so you're not crunching into your neck. You're going to tuck your toes and lift up just like a downward facing dog. The head doesn't touch the floor, and you feel that sense of pressing through your forearms. This is a fabulous, fabulous pose. You can hang out here, and then when you're ready, lower back to child's pose. So as we practice other variations, feel free to just stay with that one. Another option would be to bring your mat to the wall, and we're going to practice a headstand without any risk of falling. So to do it, you've got to measure the distance first. So sit with your feet right up against the wall, hands right next to your hips. It's going to feel as you move into this pose like you're way too close to the wall, but this is where you want to be. So mark that spot where your hands hit, and then turn around. Bringing your hands back to that spot, and then you're going to replace your hands with your elbows. Back into that dolphin position. From there, now you're going to let your head touch the ground and take a moment to feel how your shoulders are going to want to hunch up. And then don't let them, lift them away. As you think about moving into sirasana, almost no weight should be on your head. They call it headstand, but really it's your forearms. That's where all the weight is going. If you feel like weight starts dumping into your head, please come down. That's not healthy. Not healthy to put a lot of weight there on the crown of the head, especially when you're pregnant and you've got all this sort of increased pressure in the body anyway. So please don't do that. So very little weight on the head. Shoulders lift through the hips. Maybe just hang out here. Just see what that feels like to have very little weight on the head, or walk the feet up. See, I'm a little far away. I need to come closer. And then as you walk the feet up, hips are right over your shoulders. Breathing here. Again, almost no weight on the head. When your body tells you it's time to come down, go ahead and take a child's pose. Now, if you've been practicing full sirasana, full headstand throughout your pregnancy, it's not like I can stop you from doing it now. You're in your home, but I'm not going to talk people through it just because there's too much risk involved. So you can do it if you want, but I'm not going to make it part of this video. So just resting in child's pose. And then from here, when you're ready, coming back to seated. You can bring the mat back. If you like to sit on a blanket or a prop, feel free. But come on back to just a comfortable cross-legged position. Closing the eyes, head over heart, heart over hips. Reconnecting with your breath, with that feeling of lengthening through the spine, but letting the breath drop down into lower ribs, lower back. Slowing the breath and the body down. And from here, you can open your eyes, and we're going to take a very gentle twist to the right. As you twist, think about twisting from the rib cage up. So we're not going to twist across the belly. So bringing the back of the hand to the outside of the right knee. You're going to inhale, right arm lifts, twist just from the heart. Exhale, right fingertips find the earth behind you as you twist. Think about the belly button facing almost straight ahead. It might turn a little because of the twisting in the hips, but just keep the back long and lifted. Let the twist happen through the heart. Exhale, gently unwind. Switch the cross of the legs. Lifting tall, back of the hand to the outside of the knee. Inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale to twist from here. Soften the shoulders, lifting tall. Slowing the breath down. Exhale, gently unwind. From here, you can go ahead and either have your feet flat on the floor, or if you've got a bolster handy or a couple of folded blankets, it would be a really nice way to take another twist. So you're going to come onto your back. First roll to one side, and then come onto your back. Much safer way to get there. If you feel any of that fast heart rate or shortness of breath, roll immediately to one side. Just rest it out. From here, if you're feeling okay on your back, arms are going to be comfortably wide, feet on the bolster, and you're going to exhale, take the knees to the left for a gentle twist. If it feels like it's twisting too much in your lower back, try shifting your hips over to the right a little bit and see if that helps to, again, we want the twist happening in the rib cage. Another option, think draw the lower belly in, engage the Mula Bandha. That will protect the lower back too. Feel free to close your eyes, let your body melt a little. Inhale, rise back up. you scooted the hips over, bring them back to center. You can do that little scoot to the left as you take the knees to the right. You can gaze up to the right, left, anywhere in between. Again, just feel the twist through the rib cage, feel your shoulders soften. Rising back up, bring the hips back to midline if you scooted them over. And then from here, you're just gently going to draw your knees in towards your chest. This might be plenty of a stretch for you. Or if you're comfortable in Happy Baby, the thing with Happy Baby is you really got to engage your pelvic floor, lift the pelvic floor, and feel your sacrum, your lower back, press into the floor so that we're not going to overstrain the sacrum. You might want to just stay with hands behind the knees for Happy Baby. This is a great way to practice this pose. Or if it's available to you to reach the outer heels, again, engage the pelvic floor and press your sacrum into the ground. Breathing here. And exhale, gently release. You can take the knees wide and just massage, rock side to side. If you're feeling some pain at your sacroiliac joint at the very lower back, just engage the pelvic floor and stay still. And then from here, we're going to move into Shavasana. You might be comfortable just right here for Shavasana. Most people, by the time they're in their third trimester, lying on the back like this just does not feel good. Again, you get that shortness of breath or that racing heart rate. So the other option is to gently roll to one side. If rolling hurts, engage that pelvic floor, it'll help. And we can build up for a restorative. For the restorative Shavasana, one bolster at an angle for under your head and top arm, a blanket folded for under your waist and belly, another bolster or a blanket for in between your knees or for your top leg to rest on, so that it looks like this. It's super comfy. And you're just going to close your eyes and melt. And no matter what position you're in, as you rest in Shavasana, just really take this time to let the body settle. After doing that more quote-unquote advanced practice, it's really important to take the time to just let go and let the body rest in stillness. Anyone who's been practicing yoga for a long time knows that advanced doesn't necessarily mean, touching your foot to your head. Advanced when it comes to yoga means that deeper mind-body connection, that deeper sense of intention to the poses, that deeper sense of connection to them. The outward poses can look lots of different ways. It's advanced because that internal experience is more therapeutic, nourishing for body, for mind, for heart, for spirit. Oftentimes, after moving the body a lot, when you come to stillness, you might start to feel the baby to be in your belly starting to wake up. Just enjoying any little wiggles that are happening there. Feel free to stay here as long as you want. When you're ready to come out, you can wiggle fingers and toes, engage any kind of stretching that feels good, and eventually making your way to your side, and then back up to seated. As you return to seated, taking your time, building heart over hips, head over heart, closing your eyes, reconnecting with your breath, reconnecting with that inner calm, that inner world. Eyes are closed. Inhale, let the hands float up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, thumbs to the forehead for peaceful thoughts, to the mouth for peaceful words, and to the heart for peaceful action. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for jumping into this really fun advanced third trimester practice with me. I hope you had a good time. I hope you took care of yourself. And stay tuned for, we've still got a couple more months, this guy in here, hopefully, to do a few more videos, and then look for the postnatal videos that will be coming after as well. And good luck. I hope you're feeling great. And yeah, stay tuned for more. Namaste. And no matter what position you're in, as you rest in Shavasana, just really take this time to let the body settle. After doing that more quote-unquote advanced practice, it's really important to take the time to just let go and let the body rest in stillness. Anyone who's been practicing yoga for a long time knows that advanced doesn't necessarily mean, touching your foot to your head. Advanced when it comes to yoga means that deeper mind-body connection, that deeper sense of intention to the poses, that deeper sense of connection to them. The outward poses can look lots of different ways. It's advanced because that internal experience is more therapeutic, nourishing for body, for mind, for heart, for spirit. Oftentimes, after moving the body a lot, when you come to stillness, you might start to feel the baby to be in your belly starting to wake up. Just enjoying any little wiggles that are happening there. Feel free to stay here as long as you want. When you're ready to come out, you can wiggle fingers and toes, engage any kind of stretching that feels good, and eventually making your way to your side, and then back up to seated. As you return to seated,
Taking your time, building heart over hips, head over heart, closing your eyes, reconnecting with your breath, reconnecting with that inner calm, that inner world. Eyes are closed. Inhale, let the hands float up overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, thumbs to the forehead for peaceful thoughts, to the mouth for peaceful words, and to the heart for peaceful action. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for jumping into this really fun advanced third trimester practice with me. I hope you had a good time. I hope you took care of yourself. And stay tuned for, we've still got a couple more months, this guy in here, hopefully, to do a few more videos, and then look for the postnatal videos that will be coming after as well. And good luck. I hope you're feeling great. And yeah, stay tuned for more. Namaste.